Good morning. My name is Mai and I'm starting a YouTube channel. Welcome to my first video. So, thought about what kind of content I could post, realized it doesn't really matter. So, let's talk about how my life went after poly. So, we'll start in April 2019, where I went for my first grad trip to Osaka, Kyoto, and Tokyo with two of my friends. I had a great time on this trip. It exists in my memory as one of the first few tastes of what I previously thought freedom or independence was at that time. So some of the places we went to were USSJ, where we exhausted ourselves from waiting in line. It was like 2 hours wait. It was so tiring. I won't go back there. We went to one of the most breathtaking sea aquariums in Osaka. We ate ramen. It's not ramen in the video, it's something else. We saw cherry blossoms, so much cherry blossoms because it was during that season. It was so pretty, and we saw all the pretty deers. We went to Nara Park. Of course, we did many other things, so here are some nice memories I have. After Japan, we traveled to Korea, and my absolute favorite memory of this entire trip until now is our climb up Mount Buhansan.
What is this?
Honestly, I don't know what we were thinking when we were climbing up that mountain. I think when we were planning it, we thought we were going to I don't know, MacRitchie or something, or Bukit Timah Hill. We go up there, it's really one mountain. So we were like, wow. And there were people wearing the mountain boots and everything, but we were there wearing Converse and Adidas, and we could have slipped and died at one point, but we didn't. So it was great, and it's my best memory. But right after the grad trip, reality hit, and I was faced with rejection letters and unemployment. It was not a very good feeling. So I can't say that I didn't expect it because I applied for these applications in a rush. It was during my final year of poly, and I wasn't really sure of what I wanted to do either. I didn't know if I wanted to school, I didn't know if I wanted to work. Because while I did have this diploma in human resource management from SP, right, I wasn't sure that I wanted to study the same thing for another 4 years in any university for that matter. Plus, I had to take into account my GPA. So I graduated with a 3.49 GPA, which is not high because it's out of 4, right? Usually people will enter business course with 3.8, but I had a 3.49. So it wouldn't be easy for me to get into any university, at least the courses that I wanted to get into. I wanted to get into either Wee NTU, that was my dream course at that time, or FESS in NUS, which is even more difficult to get into. So then I thought, what else can I do? And it was, let's travel the world. Let's be an air stewardess. It didn't happen. Thank God. If it did, I would be unemployed again because of the pandemic. Obviously, job hunting itself was very stressful, very anxiety inducing, a lot of existential dread coming in and making me question my life purpose and what am I doing in my life, why am I so untalented, incompetent, unlike other people, blah blah blah, and all that. While applying for full-time jobs, I worked part-time and eventually I actually did land a job at that same company. So that ad hoc job ended. It took about 4 to 5 months, if I'm not wrong. And my family had then planned a trip for Vietnam for a while. So we went to visit tea farms, waterfalls. We saw the little boats all floating around. We saw the beach in Moena. And we just enjoyed our time there. And then came dun, 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 my very first solo trip. Well, it was my only solo trip, but we can take it as the first of many, right? So back in Vietnam, there were already trickles of this virus that was happening around the world. So we heard about it and we knew about it. People were starting to wear masks because that was in February of 2020. But then my solo trip was in end February to about March, and I was thinking, should I still go? Should I not? The answer was very clear to me. Actually, the answer was yes, I will still be going. So I went, and I had made the best decision of my life. At that time, of course. Definitely a con to traveling alone would be that you are, after all, one sole person. So buying food is a bit difficult if you want to eat a lot. This pot of tea right here and this slice of cake was too much. I was full by the end of it, and at night I had to pee so much. You didn't need to know this, but I'm telling you anyways. But yeah, great vibes. 10 out of 10. I made some cat friends at Hua Tong Village. My favorite part of the trip was definitely staying in Hualien and hiking the trails, seeing the mountains and all the majestic rocks. Never thought I'd call rocks majestics, but they really were majestic. After that trip, I went for interviews for university and I ended up being accepted into one of them. I wouldn't say that things worked out just because I went to uni. I think things would have still worked out even if I hadn't gone. So that was something I realized very recently. So that was a recap of my time after polytechnic. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go get my cat back now because she's outside and she's not coming home. Take care, and I will see you whenever the next video may be. Bye!